Hi Gemini, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for all the birthday wishes. That was totally awesome to be able to see in my email that I was getting. I have more birthday wishes from my YouTube family than from my actual family, so that's awesome. Anyways, this is going to be the general love reading from September 2nd through the 16th. Please like, share, subscribe, and the comments have been awesome. Thank you so much for sharing your comments with me. It really lets me know where things are resonating. If this doesn't resonate with you, please keep in mind it's a general reading. There's just no way I can capture everybody's energy. I'll get the most prominent energies that I feel and give them to you as clearly as I possibly can. If this doesn't resonate with you, be sure and check your moon and rising sign, and then also your Venus sign and the other person's Mars sign can kind of give you a little bit more insight into what's going on. If you would like a personal reading from me, if you check in the description box below, it gives you the information on how to do, how to request it, and then the payment links. Please be sure, if you do go ahead and use the payment links to purchase a reading, be sure to give me an email, shoot me an email, and let me know that you've purchased one. Otherwise, I don't really get notified. I'm not able to see it, and then you might just sit there for a while until I get an email from you, because it doesn't tell me about that. So if you please just shoot me an email when you request one, that would be awesome. Thank you so much for everybody's patience on this birthday weekend. I went and picked up my baby boy today, and he's sleeping upstairs right now, and I'm so happy he's here. So thank you. I truly, truly appreciate it. I'm so happy that he's here. Anyways, so let's go ahead and jump into this. I'm going to lay your cards out before you. First card that I've got for you is the King of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Queen of Wands. So the King of Pentacles, which is in this first position here, is definitely this could be you, because a lot of Gemini do have some Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo in their chart as well. But this is somebody who is in the environment that is definitely very stable and secure. It's likely an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, like I said. And it's somebody who is they might be a little bit, perhaps there is a perception of them that they are a little bit dull. I don't want to say outright they might be a little bit dull, because they might not be dull. You might just have a piss poor attitude about something, or maybe things have just been a little... It could be that it's all work and no play perhaps lately. This is definitely a very hard-working, it's like a highly focused, hard-working energy, but it's also kind of just all work. So it's like this day in, day out, really, really focused energy on either something financial or building some sort of stability. There's something that somebody is in the process of pursuing, I feel like, that will give them stability, or that they believe will give them stability. And this is perhaps an energy that's a little bit slow for you right now, like something that is kind of boring. And I don't mean that, cross-watchers, please don't attack me for that, because I'm not saying that you are boring people. I'm just saying that Gemini might think that you are boring people right now. That's just what it might cross their mind. It doesn't mean that it's true. It just might cross their mind. Then the next day they could probably be like, oh, I was wrong. But in this energy here, I feel like it is somebody who is viewing somebody as somewhat, not, and I don't mean necessarily boring, but it is a dull kind of no drama, maybe even energy. So it could be very positive in that somebody you're just not going to have to deal with a whole lot of BS. So that could be that energy too. And this could be male or female, doesn't necessarily need to be a man. And then the next card that I have is the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands is definitely, it's a stability card. A 4 is a number of stability. But the Four of Wands represents like a higher commitment or a promotion, perhaps even a marriage. It's definitely a union of some type. Or like a commitment. Could be signing even contracts or something along those lines. It's taking action towards something that's building stability, but it is passionate, so it's something that's very happy or close to your heart, perhaps. Could literally be a marriage, like I said. Or this relationship, perhaps there's a relationship with this King of Pentacles type character that's an earth sign, or has earth sign-like qualities, and perhaps this relationship has been elevated to the next level. But then the very next card that we have here is the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is a clinging, clutching type of energy. It's like a holding pattern in football where you're just really not going anywhere, you're just holding. Or, I don't know. This is the USA, so football would mean American football, I guess. But I also feel like this is an energy of I feel like this is it's a fear almost of some sort, a fear of losing the stability. Like now that it's here, you're afraid of losing it, or it could be the other party. Perhaps this energy with this King of Pentacles is somebody who's maybe a little bit like stingy. And I don't mean necessarily that in a negative way. Again, it could be somebody who is very focused on a long-term goal, and so the saving is happening like on a daily basis where they're tracking to save toward this long-term goal almost. This is also an energy of clinging. So it could be that somebody is feeling a little bit stifled right now, or maybe a little bit smothered. And this isn't necessarily to say that the other person is smothering you. You might just feel this way, or vice versa. And then the next card that I have is the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands is typically an energy, it can be an energy of drama. It can be an energy of competition. It can be an energy of just bickering. And it could even be an energy of like playful jest back and forth between friends. It's an energy though of a peer group who's involved in this. So if it's drama, then it's happening in a specific peer group, maybe within your coworkers, or perhaps the family members it could be. But I feel like there is some tension in this energy here, especially after that Four of Pentacles, because it's things starting to come to a head, I feel like, almost. Or it could also be a feeling of having to compete. Somebody could be feeling like they need to compete against somebody else, or somebody needs to like fight a way to have some freedom, perhaps because they're feeling smothered. You could be dealing with a fire sign as well. This could definitely be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And then the next card that we have is the Hierophant. And the Hierophant right here is directly under this Four of Wands. So for a lot of you, I feel like it's a marriage. Or it's a positive promotion, it's a positive progression towards something that you feel is very important for you to have in your life in the long term, I feel like. The Hierophant can represent Taurus. It can also represent Aries. The Hierophant represents perhaps somebody is looking for a very traditional type of relationship. It could also be, though, that there's some conflict between two parties who want to have a legitimate commitment to each other, but somebody wants something that's unorthodox or perhaps unconventional, maybe. because this Hierophant also represents the social norms. And with this Five of Wands right next to it, it could be somebody who's kind of pushing the envelope with what's socially acceptable, or perhaps what's morally acceptable to them. So there could be some of that. And then the next card that we have is the Queen of Wands. So definitely, again, you could be dealing with Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. There is evidence of Aries here too, specifically. But it could be any sign. This could also be, too, if you're not involved with the fire sign, somebody could be definitely embodying this energy of... The Queen of Wands, to me, is somebody who... She's fun, she's exciting, she's very social. She's a social butterfly, I feel like. But she's also incredibly seductive. There's just something about her. She's incredibly seductive when she wants to be. But I feel like she's a great people person. She's community oriented. She's somebody who really, most people like her a lot. And so I feel like this could be you, or this, again, you could be dealing with a fire sign. But this is somebody who turns up the heat a little bit. And I feel like with it next to this Hierophant, some of you could literally be proposing marriage to somebody, and that ignites a whole lot of passion, because that's, because that's what it does. Because somebody gets really excited that you want to marry them, perhaps. I don't know. Or vice versa. It could be the other way around. But I feel like this is definitely, for a lot of you, it's representative, I feel like, of that unconventional type of relationship. Especially if there's something kind of, maybe that your family would disapprove of, perhaps. Or there's something unconventional going on. And I say unconventional like, who knows what conventional is, but I'm saying it as far as societal norms, or what you feel like would be accepted among your peer groups. So for some of you, you could be dealing with a situation like that. And it's not necessarily that you don't accept it. For some of you, though, it really could just be that you know that whatever is going on wouldn't be accepted to somebody or something. So let's see what's going on here. Please clarify this King of Pentacles here for the sign of Gemini for love for September 2nd through the 16th, 2017. What is this King of Pentacles about here? Please clarify this King of Pentacles here for the sign of Gemini for September 2nd through the 16th, 2017 for love. What is this King of Pentacles about? Please clarify this King of Pentacles here for Gemini for love, September 2nd through the 16th, 2017. Why is this King of Pentacles here? Please clarify this King of Pentacles here. Please clarify this King of Pentacles here for a sign of Gemini for love, September 2nd through the 16th. Okay. Yeah, the Four of Pentacles here. Four of Pentacles on top of the King of Pentacles. So I feel like this is somebody who is moving incredibly slow. Like you're just moving slow. It's steady. It's going. But it's so slow. This is somebody who's moving very slow, and somebody who is, I feel like with this Four of Pentacles, again, it's that clinging type of energy, and perhaps it's that they're clinging to, they're clinging to all of their emotions. You have no idea where you stand, perhaps, with them. I feel like this, for a lot of you, it's going to be an earth sign for sure. But I feel like it's this kind of, maybe they're closed off in some way to you at, like, when it gets to a certain point, perhaps. Or it could be that somebody is kind of, like, if this Four of Wands is representative of a marriage or a proposal, it could be somebody who's really, like, who's really nervous about making the proposal or making the suggestion. It could be that they're kind of taking their sweet time. But I feel like also with this Four of Pentacles, it can also represent a, like I said, like that feeling of holding, not progressing, and not digressing. So I definitely feel like somebody is weighing out whether or not to present this Four of Wands to. They might be kind of considering just keeping things the way they are right now. But then we've got this Four of Wands. So let's see what that's about. Please clarify this Four of Wands for the sign of Gemini for love. September 2nd through the 16th, 2017. Please show me what this Four of Wands is about here. Yeah, the Three of Pentacles on top of the Four of Wands. Now, the Three of Pentacles, it can definitely be for some of you a promotion. Even though this is a love reading, I do feel like this is a promotion. But when I think in terms of promotion here, because the Three of Pentacles is a master and apprentice, it's like learning a new position or a new occupation or new skill. It's like a life skill. You're learning a new life skill. So with it on top of this Four of Wands, I feel like that's entering into a partnership that's going to teach new life skills. Like that recognizing that there's this long-term potential to learn and grow together. So for some of you, Gemini, honestly, this is just that some of you just have met or will be meeting very soon, I feel like, somebody who feels perfect for you. And I think that there's, for a lot of you, it could be this recognition that, like, you could be holding on to somebody or the idea of somebody in the past, perhaps, that you put on a pedestal. Because this Four of Pentacles is kind of the clinging to this. I feel like this King of Pentacles here may be past energy too. And it could be that this is somebody or a relationship that you fought kind of long and hard to get over, because this is very slow going energy here. But you may have met somebody who you really do want to build something with. Finally, somebody who can take your mind perhaps off of this past relationship that you haven't been able to let go of perhaps yet. So I feel like with this Three of Pentacles on top of this Four of Wands, it's the recognition of somebody in front of you now perhaps, or coming into the picture now, who you can build something with. And I feel like it's a recognition of somebody who could be a life partner. But then again, we have this Four of Pentacles. So again, I feel like you're battling this energy too of holding on to somebody as well. Or feeling like, not necessarily torn, but feeling that bittersweet feeling of knowing it's time perhaps to let somebody go from the past. I'm not sure. Let's see here. Please clarify this Four of Pentacles here for Gemini for September 2nd through the 16th, 2017 for love. What is this for? Ooh, that popped right out there. Okay, so we have the Moon on top of this Four of Pentacles. The Moon can be somebody holding in secrets. On top of this Four of Pentacles, I feel like that's somebody definitely holding on to some knowledge or some secrets. Or it could be you definitely you're paying attention to, perhaps some of you may even have some of your own psychic abilities or feelings of intuition that are very strong, and you're keeping those to yourself right now because you're trying to observe, you know, if the words are matching up to the actions, perhaps, or what you feel like is going on. This Four of Pentacles could be somebody holding in their intuitive knowledge, like somebody who, you know, when you just know something, but you just want to hear, I just want to hear what you have to say. I already know the truth, but I'd like to hear what you have to say, just for entertainment purposes before I destroy your world. That kind of energy, I feel like. Because right down here we have this Five of Wands, which is that bickering, that drama. And when I say drama, I don't mean that it is drama. It may be a big deal. But to somebody, they're sitting there thinking it's drama. So that could be you or the other person. So let's see what that's about. Please clarify this Five of Wands here for Gemini. Whoop, that popped right out there. Okay, so on top of this Five of Wands, we have the Ten of Cups. I definitely feel like some of you are dealing with an earth sign. The moon card can represent the sign of Pisces. So some of you could be dealing with a Pisces here, but this isn't, the Ten of Cups is definitely an energy of emotional fulfillment and love. And perhaps, again, like I was saying, if you're in a situation where you're letting go of somebody from the past, perhaps, and it could have been somebody that you love very much or was very important to you. Somebody who you have really struggled, a lot of you, not all of you, but a lot of you have struggled hard to let go of because there may have been some guilt or something. Sorry, I keep feeling like I'm going to sneeze. There may have been some guilt that you've been clinging to, or like you feel like you've changed perhaps and wish that you'd had an opportunity to kind of prove yourself as far as changes that you've made. But I feel like it's also, with this Four of Wands and this Three of Pentacles right here, I feel like they are two different energies for sure. So it could be that some of you have already, like you could also be reminded of somebody from the past by perhaps somebody that you've met recently. But I do feel like there's something that you or the other person is holding in with this Four of Pentacles underneath the Moon card. It could be, it's like there's something that should come to light. It's supposed to come to light. It's supposed to come out. But that Four of Pentacles, I feel like, is blocking it or like stalling it from coming out. I feel like there could be some manipulation as far as finances going on too. But with it, and then we have this Five of Wands, which is again that competition feeling. It could be that somebody is literally competing with somebody else for a water sign, like a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. Or this could be vice versa. But I definitely feel like there is I feel like there are different people involved here. I feel like if it's earth sign and a fire sign, or an earth sign and perhaps, I'm not getting any air though, to be honest. I mean, it may be an air sign who has other signs in their chart, but I feel like these are opposing energies because this Four of Pentacles in the Moon card, and then coming down here to this Five of Wands and the Ten of Cups, I feel like somebody is in a position where they're holding some kind of secret or holding some kind of knowledge or keeping something to themselves. Could literally be holding back too. It could literally be frozen in fear. Because the Moon card represents, when you walk outside too at nighttime and the moon is out, then everything looks bigger and darker and scarier and lurkier. I don't know if that's a word, but you know how things lurk in the darkness. So it's lurkier than other things. I feel like this is somebody who is perhaps petrified. That's the only way I can explain it. Somebody who's literally petrified right there. And I feel like there's competition for their heart or for their emotions. Or this could be you. Perhaps they are petrified, but they recognize that there's competition for you here. Because that Ten of Cups on top of that Five of Wands, I feel like is a competition. More so. Like people competing for this emotional fulfillment with somebody. Please clarify this Hierophant card here for Gemini for love for September 2nd through the 16th, 2017. What is this Hierophant card here for? Why is this Hierophant here? Please clarify this Hierophant card here for Gemini for love from September 2nd. Woo! Okay. You gonna go? You're gonna go. Okay. So, clarifying the Hierophant, we have the Seven of Pentacles and the Emperor. The Seven of Pentacles can represent patience. It can also represent putting a lot of work and having a lot of patience for, you know, like toiling really hard to grow this crop, and then when harvest time comes, it doesn't yield as much as you'd expected it to. So it could be a little bit of that, like, is that it kind of feeling? It literally could be that somebody has been incredibly patient, waiting for an offer of a higher commitment or perhaps a proposal. And it could be that somebody has waited perhaps too long. Because this Five of Wands here, clarified by this Ten of Cups, would mean to me that somebody has, you know, again, competition for somebody else's emotions or their heart. And I feel like the Seven of Pentacles on top of this Hierophant could be saying that some of you have perhaps waited too long, or vice versa, the other person waited too long, because it's a feeling of like that patience didn't elevate the way it was supposed to, so it's not going to turn out the way you want. And then this, or the way the other person wants, perhaps. And then the next card that I have is the Emperor. So there's definitely a lot of fire energy here too. The Emperor is, the Hierophant and the Emperor both have a mentality of what's for the good of the group. You know, thinking of this bigger picture. What's best for the good of the group or the good of the family? What's going to suit everybody best, or what's going to serve everybody best? This is like it's an authoritative energy. It's a respected energy. It could be a highly controlling energy too, because again, with this Hierophant, it can also represent expectations, like societal expectations that are placed on people. And this could be a very controlling type of person around too. Could be like a controlling father figure, even a controlling relationship with someone. And I feel like it's almost like on top, since we have the Hierophant, then the Seven of Pentacles, and then the Emperor, it's almost like that energy between the Hierophant and the Emperor represents two different people. So again, it could be a Taurus and an Aries, or an earth sign and a fire sign. And there's literally no air. Maybe I'll pull a sword somewhere. You can show up in your own reading, perhaps. So let's see what this Queen of Wands is about. Please clarify this Queen of Wands here for Gemini for love for September 2nd through the 16th, 2017. What is this Queen of Wands about for Gemini? Please clarify this Queen of Wands here for love for September 2nd through the 16th, 2017. Please clarify this Queen of Wands here. The Two of Cups on top of this Queen of Wands. So whoever it is that's popping in your head when you're seeing this Queen of Wands here, I feel like there's a very strong emotional bond and there's love there. If you are choosing between two people, I feel like that's the direction you're going. I know that this is a lot to kind of have happen within this small period of time, and I really don't feel like it is this small period of time. I feel like this is something that's been unfolding and will continue to unfold, but I feel like these pieces may start to fall together for you, at least in the way that you're thinking of them or recognizing them as they pop up through this time frame. So please let me know your thoughts, and thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all of the views. Thank you so much.